United trying to confirm Sancho deal. Ancelotti to raid former club. Alexander-Arnold out of the Euros. Your chance to win an F9 prize pack and a transfer roundup all coming up in the next few minutes. As I'm your host, Matt Froelich. You are the OneFootballers, and this is the Daily News. So first off, and apparently Manchester United are trying to confirm a Jadon Sancho deal within the next week or so. The latest rumour has it that they are willing to pay £18 million up front to Dortmund with a further £20 million in add-on. This makes up the $100 million that Dortmund so desperately want for Jadon Sancho, and it also goes to show that this reported agreement between Sancho and the club that they can sell him if they get the amount of money that they want is going to be honoured. It's a pretty good deal considering that Manchester United have been chasing Jadon Sancho for so long, but is he actually the kind of player that Manchester United need? I have no doubt he'll be great. I have no doubt he'll be a great signing for Manchester United and he'll improve their attacking options, but maybe they'd want to go ahead and look at a central midfielder or a centre-back first before going and spending what will surely be a considerable amount of their budget on Jadon Sancho. Anyway, the ridiculous part of this deal isn't even the fact that they want him or they're going to spend big money on him. It's the fact that they want him before the Euros start. Just to make you aware, the Euros start in 1 week. England's first game is next Sunday. So to get him away from the camp, to do the medical, sign the deal and agree everything with Dortmund in the space of a week seems highly unlikely. This, like many other transfers, even Gareth Southgate was saying he doesn't expect too many deals to happen because he wants everyone in the squad focused on the Euros, will probably be happening once the competition is done. But alongside this, Manchester United have not stopped there with another player who's also with England's Euro camp at the minute in Kieran Trippier. Apparently they're in talks with Atletico Madrid to take him back to the Premier League after he left Spurs for the Spanish capital a few years ago. But moving on though, and actually talking of the Spanish capital, the other half of Madrid, Real Madrid, with their new manager Carlo Ancelotti, and he wants to raid former club Everton for Richarlison. This is a rather interesting deal. Now, Richarlison is a very good player, but is he going to be worth the 70-80 million that Everton want for him? I'm not so sure. At the moment, they've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who is a fantastic forward. There are reports that if Nuno Santo becomes the new manager at Everton, the former Wolves boss will also raid his former club at being in Pedro Neto. This gives a good balance to the attack, and I'm not so sure where Richarlison fits in. Is he really going to be a favourite in that starting position ahead of Calvert-Lewin? I'm not entirely sure. But if he does leave, like I mentioned before, it's going to be a hell of a lot of money for someone to pay, like Real Madrid, without Richarlison really having proven himself at any sort of level. Remember, this is the guy who hasn't even made a Champions League appearance just yet. There were rumours that Barcelona made an £85 million bid for him last January, which was rejected by Everton. I can't see them turning down that much money, and if Richarlison got wind of this deal, he'd probably want to leave as well. As to whether he'll now end up at Real Madrid, I'm not too sure I see this one happening. But hey, it would be a good fancy manager move to make anyway. Who knows, actually, Everton could probably use that money, like I mentioned, to bring in someone like Pedro Neto, and maybe they wouldn't miss him too much, especially as his goals have dried up considerably this season. As to Real Madrid, there's one more line on their piece of news, and that is the future of Sergio Ramos. Reports are saying that he will announce his decision of whether he's staying or leaving on June the 30th, the day that his contract expires. Right then, moving on to the next piece of news, and I'm sure you are well aware that last night Alexander-Arnold was ruled out of England's Euro campaign. Devastating for him personally, but as I'm sure you're also very well aware, England have got enough right backs to cover his absence. As for a replacement who's going to be called up, Gareth Southgate is going to be waiting until after the Romania game on Sunday, England's last warm-up before the Euro starts with the game against Croatia, before announcing who will replace Alexander-Arnold in the squad. And surprise, surprise, it will not be another right back. Those of you holding out for, Wan-Bissaka to join the squad, it's not going to happen. There are a few names, of course, the ones who are left out of the original larger squad, who are probably going to fit the bill. And personally, I think it should be James Ward-Prowse. The other names like Jesse Lingard and Ollie Watkins, well, England have so many attackers. I'm just not so sure whether bringing them is actually going to make much sense. With Ward-Prowse, he's a central midfielder, and England are notoriously light in this position, especially with Jordan Henderson not even back to full fitness. So having a fully fit James Ward-Prowse, who's played every single minute in the last 2 seasons, I believe, for Southampton, kind of makes a little bit more sense and gives them a little bit more option in the centre of the park. And alongside this, with Trent Alexander-Arnold out of the team, and with England winning many free kicks, especially with Jack Grealish in the squad, getting fouled all the time, it would be rather handy to have Ward-Prowse in there for set pieces. Next up then, a quick roundup of the rest of the day's news that you might have missed. Simone Inzaghi is the new Inter Milan manager, leaving Lazio to take up the post which Antonio Conte vacated. Liverpool, talking of Liverpool actually, yesterday they were looking at a new deal for Adrian, and today apparently they're going to sit down with Alisson for a brand new bumper contract for the goal-scoring keeper. Elsewhere, and legendary Arsenal forward Nicholas Bentner, former Arsenal forward Nicholas Bentner, has announced his retirement from football at the age of 33. And in the under-21 semi-finals in the European Championship last night, Portugal won 1-0 against Spain and Germany beat the Netherlands 2-1 thanks to a double from young star Florian Wirtz, meaning they'll meet in the final on Sunday. OneFootballers, we all know it's going to be a big summer of football on top of all the regular transfer news as well. It's not just international football on our screens, however. The first blockbuster movie of the year will be hitting cinemas with Fast and Furious 9 out in the UK on the 24th of June and various dates elsewhere. To celebrate that, for our UK audience only, we've got an F9 prize pack to win, including headphones, a football, and so much more. The competition ends on June the 18th, and to find out how to enter and more about it, make sure you click the link in the description below. Terms and conditions apply. That's all from me then today. Make sure you check out everything else we got going on OneFootball, and until next time, have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys later.